Hello, my name is Dr. Carrie Glenn, and I am an alumna of Cal State Los Angeles. I'm currently an assistant professor of history at Niagara University, where I teach classes on colonial America and the United States, world history, the history of the Caribbean, the Atlantic world, and many others. I am also the faculty advisor for Phi Alpha Theta and will be the director of women's studies at Niagara University starting in June 2023. I graduated with my MA in history at Cal State LA back in 2013 and was editor in chief of Perspectives, Volume 39. I was so honored to be asked to say a few words about my time at Cal State LA and about my work with Perspectives, as well as to say a little bit about what I've been up to since graduating 10 years ago. When I signed on to take Dr. Flager's class on editing and putting together a journal, I didn't realize the long term impact of this class on me as a reader, as a writer, and as a historian. Back then, we had just 10 weeks. We were back on the quarter system. So, just 10 weeks to read through and select the best research papers, to coordinate revisions with authors, many of whom were juggling school responsibilities with work and family obligations, and then to do a final copy edit before compiling all the disparate materials into a coherent journal. Looking back, I'm not sure how we completed everything in just 10 weeks. We certainly couldn't have done it without Dr. Flager's guidance and her constant encouragement. Now, in grad school, we're taught the skills to get through large quantities of reading in a week's time. But in Perspectives, we were taught to slow down, to read carefully, to pay close attention to structure, to the argument, to methodology, and of course, to sources that authors were using. This particular skill is something that I carried over years later when I worked as a grad student editor for Winter Portfolio, which is one of the top academic journals that specializes in material culture studies. In that role, I help the editor vet submissions and provide guidance for revisions. Alongside becoming a more attentive reader, I learned the skills of an editor, and this was crucial for improving my own writing. Some students submitted papers well beyond the maximum length, and so as an editor of Perspectives, I teamed up with other editors, and together we worked on identifying areas where the author could tighten the argument, cut out excess info, and eliminate unnecessary words and jargon. Learning how to write well, crafted, and concise sentences. This was something that Dr. Flager instilled in our class and something that I continue to try and bring to my work today. Cal State LA is where I found my passion for studying the history of women during the age of revolutions. And the research I conducted at Cal State LA, and which was later published in Perspectives, informed my doctoral research at the University of Delaware and is informing my current book project. As I worked on my dissertation, I applied the skills I learned from being an editor at Perspectives. Have a clear structure, a well-supported argument, clear methodology, engaging sources, and convey those findings in a clear, concise manner. I want to congratulate the editors on the 50th anniversary of Perspectives, as well as Dr. Flager, who is really the heart and soul of the journal there at Cal State LA. Well done, everyone, and I look forward to reading the 50th volume of Perspectives.